Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me featuring my August favorites. Starting with the Beige Illuminatrice. Yeah, when I applied my foundation the other day and it was quite the downpour and I just had, did I even have an umbrella? No, I didn't have an umbrella. I had on like a windbreaker, wasn't even a raincoat. Definitely directly in the rain, and my makeup held up so nicely. I was really impressed. I should have taken a photo. Yeah, I should have taken a photo of how great it looked even after it was in the rain. This is that combo. Let's also do a bit of brightening with the Westman Atelier. Oh yeah, I saw the one that you were talking about. Someone was mentioning the Drunk Elephant product, which is a more gold version. I think there's vitamin C in that, which is interesting to me, so I might have to pick that one up also and see how well it works. You know, I love some brightening, so I have to get that. Also blurring just a bit here. Okay, let's go in. This was the combo. Let's go in with the Sublimage Le Temps by Chanel, and this one is in BD 41. Yeah, I love this one. Being out in the rain really tested this product in terms of wear. Next, we're going in with, of course, the Sublimage Eye Concealer, and this one is in 40. Taking a Sephora number 71. Cle de Peau in Honey, dark spots and broken capillaries. And under my chin and right here in the corners. Use this Cle de Peau concealer brush today. Okay, I've also gone in with my, here it is, the Chantecaille Perfect Blur Powder. I went in with that, and I also went in with my La Prairie. I really need to find something that will do the same job as this because it's really so beautiful. And then I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all I've done. We're gonna go in though with the Victoria Beckham in Marble. Just do a little bit of contouring, just a little bit. And then we're gonna actually go in with a bronzer here, but we will go ahead and fix that in a moment because it's gonna be a little bit stark. Yeah, we're gonna need to blend that a little bit more. So I'm just taking my Merit number 1 brush and then brushing it in upward motions just right under the cheekbone here. Does a nice job of quickly working that in. Same thing along the exterior or perimeter, and then right here on the jawline. Just kind of defines that a little bit more for me. Going up here again on this side, and then we're gonna bronze here in a moment with a bronzer that I haven't used for a while, but then I kind of rediscovered it. It's really lovely. Let's go in quickly also with Marble right along the bridge of the nose. Let's take a brush. Let's take this brush. This is a 203 BK Beauty. And then just moving it towards the center. Just a little bit of darkness here I'm trying to conceal because I was wearing eyeglasses. Left a little indentation. Okay, let's go back with the contour because now I think I went over that on accident. I mean, I like a brush to kind of disperse it, but then really this is the best way for me to be able to get this in the place I need it to go. It's a little more precise. Just using clean hands. We'll leave it there for now. Let's go ahead. You know, it'd be nice if they had a highlighter stick. I just thought about that. Something that's kind of like their highlighter stick that I use. Where is it? But in a pencil form for the nose. Yeah, this one right here. Really lovely. Okay, so let's go ahead with brows. So I'm gonna go in with the brow gel first. This is the Dior Brow Gel. Okay, so if that happens, just let it dry for a moment and then go in with a spoolie, and then that way it's a little bit easier to remove. I notice when the gel is new, I have a higher chance of getting gel everywhere, like up here, down here, just because there's a lot more on this brush when it's new, at least from what I've noticed. So I just, again, let it dry, and then we'll go in with a clean spoolie from a different product. Oh, actually, no, just kidding. We'll use the Dior pencil spoolie to help remove that. Going against the grain, just getting those brows away. Building a little bit more volume. We've got a spoolie here. Let's see, is this dry yet? Not yet. Okay, so we'll wait for a moment and then we'll go in with this brow pencil. This is the new one by Dior that I have in 033. I don't know why it's 99. 033. This dry? This is dry. We can remove it pretty easily here. There's a little excess gel there. And then here, just remove it like this. That way it's not smearing the gel everywhere, which is what can happen if I actually try and take a different tool to that. If I try to remove that with anything else, it just ends up moving the gel all around. It becomes a big mess. So just letting it dry and then removing it with the spoolie. Okay, let's see, is this dry yet? Not totally, but this is how you can just remove it like that. If I pushed down like this and tried to wipe it away, it would have just smeared it everywhere. Thank you so much for letting me know more about these palettes. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this kind of as they used it in the demo or the little, I'm gonna say tutorial online, that this is a primer indeed. So I believe I started with that the first time, but let's do that again. And this does have a bit of a glow to it. So this does show it by itself as well on their site, the primer. So it's got a creamier consistency. You can definitely feel it's a creaminess. I think I read the comment after my second one that I filmed. I think I put the lightest shade down on both of them first. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just do a wash of color with color B. So they make it really easy to follow if that's what you want to do, if you're not sure how to use the products. I like that they give you those tips. Okay, so we're gonna take this. Let's put this shade all over the eye on top of the primer. So that first brush was a Rephr 2, and now we've got a Rephr 16. This is supposed to be good for the eye area as well. Yeah, so it has a primer which locks in the moisture, and then it also says it has tone correcting, refines the shadows finish, and also extends the wear, I think 12 hours. So you can see here that it just by the light, like I haven't done anything in the crease, but just because it's catching the light really nicely, it's building a little bit of dimension. So I can see it here, right under there. It's really interesting effect. And you can wear this, it says, as a base highlighter or both. I have layered it on top and it works really nicely. And then you can layer this again. Let's layer this and see what happens. The third deepest color, the upper right-hand corner. Just taking the same brush, I'm just layering. I'm gonna start in the crease and just kind of like add it to the outer half. Now doing it this way, I am getting a bit more of a glow than the first time I used it when I wasn't layering as much. Let's take the deepest shade, and I'm taking a Rephr number 13 right here. We're gonna build the exterior. Let's see, how do they do it in the picture? I'm just curious. Okay, so they do build it really gently, but I think I went in pretty gently the first time, but let's build it up just so we can see it a little bit more of a visible contrast there. You can see I'm really not putting effort into blending these, and they're just seamlessly working nicely together. So you definitely can build this up, because I feel like its natural way that it wants to work is quite subtle, which I like, but doesn't mean it can't be built up also. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of trench at the bottom here, and then we're gonna add mascara. So of course, here's trench. Of course, we'll go in with, and that just cancels out the red here, right under my eyes. Of course, we'll go with Chantecaille's Faux Longest Lash Mascara. Okay, so before blush, let's go in with the Hermes bronzer. Oh yeah, let's take this Fenty bronzer brush. It's got a lovely golden glow, and this is an Atlas, which looks like too light for me in the pan, but it's really more of the undertone. You'll see how golden it is. It's really beautiful. It's a little bit tricky to find this kind of bronzer. Typically they're red or too cool for me. So it can be like a little muddy looking, but I love this golden tone. It's really beautiful. I was trying to find the foundation product that they had, or the skin tint. I can't remember what it was categorized as, because I wanted to try it again. So I might pick that up again and see how it goes. And of course, now is when I wish I had the mauve shade in this, because I think it would work really well with this eye. This is in 797. So I can wear both cool and warm blushes. They seem to work fine on me. Raymore's Kabuki, mini Kabuki brush. Yes, it's a skin enhancing, skin beautifying kind of blush. It's going for a pop of color with a Givenchy blush. So those of you who have this kind of know to break this up, the little bits of powder there in the cap before applying it. And that seemed to work for me as well. So a little pop of color, because it's got some intensity to it. We don't need to buff it out much, but let's kind of soften that a little bit. The remainder of the Perfect Blur powder here. Now the lip that I really wanted to apply, I can't find it. It is the one from Cle de Peau, the lip gloss, and I've looked high and low, but that is what happens with favorites, is that they get put in, especially lip products, they get put in a bag, I take them with me, or I put them in a pocket, and then I can't find it. So I don't know if it went through the wash or where exactly it is. Maybe it's in the laundry, I don't know, I can't find it. So we're gonna have to do something different. So let's just go in with this and see how it works. Not just, I still love this. It's the Victoria Beckham in Tanline. So let's see how this works. If not, we'll change it up. Actually, let's get a little more color on the lips. Hold on, let me get that Esom palette. Okay, this really is quite a lovely palette, and I haven't had a chance to play around as much as I wanted to with it. But let's see what we can do here with this. So I really liked this tone, as you can see, the one that I did in the Get Ready With Me, but I'm gonna mix it. It's so fun, I love mixing colors. I'm gonna take a little bit of this, because I wanna bring it down just a little bit, warm it up, but also not brighten it too much. Let's see how this goes. Okay, yeah, so I was able to mix a couple of these shades. This one and this to get kind of like a balanced neutral tone here, because I've got some cool and some warm between the eye and the cheek. Oh yeah, and let's not forget, almost forgot, I'm gonna add a little bit of this Westman Atelier as a highlighter. And then a little bit down the bridge of the nose. And that is it for the final look. Please let me know what your recommendations are, your suggestions for application for some of these newer products, because I definitely learned from you, learned more about the Cle de Peau palette from you, so thank you so much for the information. But that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.